All right, welcome back. In the last video, we created the respawn system, and where are my weapons? Okay, so you can grab a weapon and you can shoot the player, and then he he died. And then whether it's if it's a instant respawn, it's gonna respawn. But as you can see from the print string, it is not. So we're going to create the respawn screen, and also today we're going to create the floating damage. And before we get started, I need to make a small change. Uh, the instant respawn needs to happen before the delay because we don't want to wait 5 seconds to show whether we should show the screen or not. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this, unplug this, move this right here, move this, and grab this, plug it up here. Now, if it's true, it is an instant replay. We spawn, we go here. We with the 5 second, and we respond. If not, we do this. Okay, and let me add some comment here. Let's say client request respawn, and this would be destroy character when unpossessed. Okay. And let's move. Let's move this over here. Okay. Now let's take care of the floating damage widget first before we do the death screen widget. So if we go to our inventory widget, create a widget, and name it UI floating damage, and we're gonna open it up. We're going to add a canvas panel, and we need a size box. And for the size box, we're gonna say width 100, and fill. And this one will be desired on screen. So we have 100 by 100. And with the size box selected, right, override, say 100, and let's add a text. Interesting, I'm already messing up. Okay. Yeah, just like that. Okay, let's start again. Canvas panel, size box. Okay, we grab the canvas panel, make it desired on screen. The size box should be 100 by 100, just like that. Okay, and we need a text. The text should be center, and for now we put 00, and let's turn the text into a variable. We're gonna call it floating damage text, make it a variable, and the size box, we're gonna name it screen position, and also needs to be a variable. So now let's create the animation that we need for the floating damage. So click new, say fade in, and if you don't see the animation bar, you can click Windows and check it right here. And we need to add it for the floating text damage. So floating text, and we need a render opacity, and we also need one for transform. Okay, let me get, wait, what is going on? Okay, what is going on here? What do you mean animation selected? Okay, this window is bugging. Yep, this window is bugging. Okay, now we're back. Started at 0, 0. We're gonna make the text, the render opacity to 0. Okay, and the transform translation will also be 0. Okay, so if you drag it all the way to 1, we need to render opacity to 1, and the transform will be negative on the translation. On the Y, it will be negative 50. Okay, and at 35, the render opacity will be 1, and translation will be negative 15. Okay, and if we drag it to 65, the render opacity will still be 1. The translation will be that also, same thing. So you just click this and click this. So now, and at 1, render opacity will be 0, not 1. Yeah, 0. So if we compile and save, if you play the animation, you get something like this. See? Boom. So on the event graph, we need to set the text and play the animation. So we'll get the floating damage text. We say set text, and what we're gonna set the text to, we need a variable. We're gonna call it, we're gonna name it damage, and it needs to be a float, and it needs to be instant editable and expose on spawn. And we're gonna grab it and we're gonna plug it. So when we create this widget on the character, we're gonna plug the damage that's coming from the weapon. That's gonna be the damage we show on the widget. So we will grab the animation and we say play animation, and just leave everything the way it is. And after 1 second, because my animation is 1 second long, delay, the 1 second, we're simply gonna say remove from parent. Now it's gone, and that's all we have to do for this one. So now inside of our character, we need to find the player shoot info. No, we need to get the client shoot info. So if I go here, where is it? Where is it? Is that right there? Yeah. Client start weapon fire. That's what we need. Client start weapon fire. So on the client start weapon fire, okay, before we do the shoot info, we need a branch on the return value. So we say branch, okay, and we need to break the hit result because we are going to do it based off the physical material. Yeah, we say get surface type, and then we say switch on surface type. On true, we go here, okay, and then on the false, we just go directly here because even if it doesn't hit anything, we still want to play the sound and do everything else. Show the muzzle flash and everything. Okay, so now for the default, we can also go directly to here too because we don't want to show any floating damage for the default. So for the head, the body, arms, and leg, we need to create a custom event that's going to create the floating damage widget. Right? So let's go down here somewhere and we say custom event show floating damage widget, and this one doesn't need to be replicated. So here for the head, we say show floating damage widget. Okay, so now this brings us down here, and we're gonna need a couple of input for this one. The first one will be the damage, and it's gonna be a float, and we need to get the player controller, and we need to get a node called project location widget position, and this will be the location where the character, the impact point. This will return the location. That's where the location would be. So we just plug this in here, and we can name it impact point. Okay. After that, we say create widget, and the widget we are trying to create is the floating UI floating damage. And as you can see here, we have our damage, and the damage will be whatever damage is coming through here. And we need to set the widget on the screen position. So wherever the player is and wherever the player get hit, we need to set the widget to that position. So we get screen position, okay, and then we need to add it to the viewport. We add in so we can see it, and then we say set render translation. Yeah, set render translation. I had to play with these numbers to make sure I got it right the way I like it, so you can also do the same. So now, from the project world location to widget position, we need to break it. Break vector 2D, and it will give us the X and the Y. So how high and how like how much spread we need between the widget that are being created. Okay, so we need on the X, we say plus, because we don't want it everything to be in the center of the screen, but we also don't want it to be too far away from the character. So let me show you. If I grab my finished project here and equip this, when I shoot the player, you see how they're not directly in the center. They have a little spread to them. So that's what, and also, oh, not this one. Also, you see it's not just right in front of the player or on top of the player. See, it's a little bit forward, like right here. Some of them, yeah, based on where you as a player is standing. See? It has a little. So here we would say -50. Okay, and then we also need to do for the Y, because we want it to go up and down, we can just add another plus, and for the Y we can leave the Y to 0. Okay, and then after that we need another plus because we don't want it to be just straight in the middle. So we're gonna do a random float in range, and this is where you control the spread, how far you want the numbers to be away from each other. The minimum, because we don't want it to go always go to the right, we want it to go right, left. So we say it's between -35 and +35 or 35. And we'll do the same thing. We'll do something because for the Y, we don't want it to always go up. It can go up, down, up, down. So we will add to it. We say -100. Now it will be a value between 0 and -100. So it will go up, down. Okay. So we need to add another plus, and this is what's gonna control where they should go up, down, like, you know, not always straight up, but it can go to this side, that side, like that. So we do another random float in range, and I know this is a junky explanation, but just follow what I'm doing. And here it needs to be I have it to 10 and 35, and right after that we can say make vector 2D, and we plug the X with the X and the Y in the Y, and we get the translation. Okay, so now we get the translation. So now if we go up here, the impact point is going to be the impact point, and the damage is going to be the same thing we did. What is it? Oh, we did the damage right here. So we can just grab these because they are the same thing. And if we go, where am I doing it? See, this is why I need to organize my stuff a little bit more because I'm already lost. Oh, right here. So we grab this, paste this right here. I'm gonna have one video where we just start create function for some of our stuff, so that way we don't have to go through all of this trouble right here. So we just copy this, paste for the body, get it directly here, impact point going here, duplicate, and this one is for the arm, plug the damage here, impact point right here, and we have another one. Let me move this a little upward, and this one is for the legs, impact point and the legs, and everything plug back to here, everything. Now if I did everything correctly, if we hit play, pick up this guy, select this guy, more weapon, hopefully it shows something. Nothing is showing. And why is that? Why is you not showing anything? Give me 1 second. Let me go check and I will be right back. Now, if I did everything correctly, we should be able to see some floating damage going on. So let's play. Let me grab the client over here, grab a weapon, put it on. Uh-oh, I'm showing the one screen. Uh-oh. Yep, so grab the client over here and floating damage, baby. We have floating damage, baby. Oh, you're back. And you can keep doing that until okay, enough of that. So we don't, our stuff don't look like a mess. Let's clap this into a node. Ooh, okay. Node show floating damage, and if we do this, let me see what's going on. Let's grab this pen, put it all the way at the bottom, and we do this. So if we go back, let's see what we have. We have head, body, arm, legs. You can say head, body, and legs. This one needs to be impact point. Okay, and all these then don't need to go. You can just remove. Boom. Only need one, and plug everything up. And now we have a much cleaner node. Delete this, plug this here. Yep. And make everything look pretty. So this is the show the floating damage. We can collapse it to a node also and name it node create floating damage widget, and we just slap it down here. So our stuff start looking a little bit cute, not too ugly. Okay, now let's go and take care of the death screen. So when the player die, we should have. I mean, let's not call it the death screen. Let's call it this. It's the respawn screen. This is applying damage. You can clap this to a node also. Claps to node. You say node apply damage. Grab this. Make this look cute. And we have head. We have body. Arms. And legs. Really? And I believe this is the head actor. And delete all this. Plug this up. Plug this up. And plug this up. So now our stuff look kind of cute. You know, it's not looking all jumbo. Yeah, this was the head actor. Okay, let's go check, make sure we didn't break anything. Give me your weapon. Everything perfect. Boom. Everything is fine. It's gonna spawn again, and then we're gonna look for him. Where you are? Boom. He's gone. Okay, now we are back to the here where we're doing. This would be the server kill player, where we're showing the spawn screen or the respawn screen. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we need to go to the main HUD first. Let's go to the main HUD. Let me remove this. We need a canvas panel. Add it to here. Let's name it respawn screen. Why do I have this? Make it a variable. Full screen. And then we need to add blur background to it. And make it full size. And the strength, let's put 3 for the strength. And let's add a border to it. Make it all black. 5.3. And on top of the border, we need another canvas panel. And let's remove the padding. And now it's up to you, however you want to, how you want to do your design. But me, I'm gonna go like this. And I'm gonna make the width about 200, the height about 8. Padding top 5, left 5, left and right 5, like that. And I'm gonna duplicate it. The first one, make sure it's top right. The second one, top right also. And grab the second one. We're gonna make the height 8 and the width 8 and the height 200. And on the X we make 5. Let's see. And on the Y also put 5. Yep. So I can get my little 4 corners and say top left. We can say top left 2. And you can repeat the same process for the other ones. So if we grab this, control duplicate, and we say bottom L, and this one will be send it to the bottom 0, and we'll put the width 208 and 0.5, I think. No, leave it at 0. And this one will be 1.1. Let's see how far. Put it 1.5. Oh, 2. Yep, 2. And for the X, 5. Duplicate this one again. And now this one we make. Wait. Okay. This one we do 8. And height will be 200. And let's remove this. Let's remove this. And you can position, you can, come on, really? You can play with it however you, okay. You're gonna be this guy today, huh? Okay. Now, like I said before, widget is not my thing. Okay, I got the annoying thing out, which is these little things right here inside this canvas panel here. Okay, so what we going to do, I need to add a horizontal box to the canvas panel, and it's centered at the bottom. The bottom, boom, boom, and then this one put 5. No, yeah, 5 is fine. And we need to add some buttons. So let's add one button. We need a text inside of the button. We say respawn, and grab this, make it about 50, 55. Yep. And size the content. Here, let's add a padding of 10 on the text. .5. Okay, let's make it 3. Okay, and here we box, make the button this color. Grab the normal copy, paste, for the Harvard, just make it a little lighter. Put 7, and for the press, make it a little dark. And then we can just simply duplicate the buttons. Or we can just add a padding to the right, 5, and duplicate them. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have many buttons you need. Respawn, and this one I'm gonna have, I don't know what I need, but the first one I'm definitely gonna say respawn btn. Okay, and this one we can say spectator. We can just say, I don't know, shelter, and then this one can be something else. Home, whatever, or main menu, whatever. So now, when the character die, we need to show this widget. So we create a custom event, say client show respawn widget, and it should run on client. Now we're not creating the widget, we just want to show it. But first, this one, let's set the visibility to collapse by default, because we don't want to see it. And here we need to get player controller, because remember we create our HUD from the player controller. So we say cast to our player controller, and we need to get a reference to the HUD. Get main HUD, and I believe we name it respawn screen, and we say get respawn screen, and we say set visibility to visible, and we also want to see our mouse. So we say set show mouse cursor, and make sure we call it here client client show respawn widget. But let's make this false so we can see the respawn widget. Okay, let's give it a try. Boom, boom. And oh, of course I'm far away. I have to run, pick up a gun, equip it, and went up. See? Now the screen shows up. Or you can just make them however you please, but that's what I have for now. But one problem, we can still move. Okay, we're gonna tackle this in the next video. We can still, you see, still drag the character around. Okay, so what we need to happen is when we click this respawn button. So here on the response, scroll down, one click, get the player, and see if it's valid. And I think we need to call client request respawn. I think that's what we need to call client respawn, if I'm not mistaken. So grab this dude. Shoot him. And come here. Yeah, client respawn. Now we need to hide the HUD. So what we need to do, we need to get player controller and cast to our player controller. No, it needs to happen after. Oh, as soon as we click it, yeah, yep, it is valid, doesn't hurt. Get main HUD, get respawn screen. We need to check it's valid too, so we don't get any error. If it is, simply say set visibility back to collapse. and we do this. Excuse me. We do this. Now let's go check it out. Yeah, you know, it would never pick that one for me. The one right next to the weapon. Of course not. And now we can boom. And we also need to hide the mouse cursor. Set show mouse cursor. Set it to false because we don't want to see it. Yep. Far away from my weapons. And this one. Boom. We got this guy. You think you can't kill me? See, we gotta fix this. And we also have to fix this too, the weapon. See? Now, yeah, because that's the weapon that was in his hand when he fell to the ground. All right, this is the end of this video. If you like my content so far, please leave a like, and if you have any question, please leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.